Hi. Hello, hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I think I actually managed to do the music correctly today. Check me out. Maybe I will learn. Maybe we're finally learning. Exciting times. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Who is here today? Hello. Hello, M0. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Hello. Hello, Zakia. Hello, Sinewave Mood. Hello, Aux. Hello, Necknil. Hello, Yoavco. Why is rejecting the law of excluded middle so popular nowadays, relatively speaking? What is that? We'll come back to that. Hello, Astral. Hello. Hi, Racco. Hi. Who else? Is everybody? Hello, Potter. Hi. I hope you're all good. How's everybody doing? How are we all doing today? Hi, Bobo. Hi. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Are we all good? Are we all happy? I hope we're all good and we're all happy. I am tired. But I am good. Working on the animations. Let's go. I am hyped. I'm very excited to see what you're cooking. Okay. The law of excluded middle. Is this one of those yes. It's a logic thing. For every proposition, either this proposition or its negation is true. I'm too burnt out to process what that means. That's where we are, everybody. I am too burnt out to process what that even means. Oh dear. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine, right? We're all fine, right? Doing great. Picked up some new glasses and they fit perfectly. I love that. When you pick up new glasses and they fit perfectly straight away. Oh my gosh, that is so satisfying. I love that. I always have to get it like quite significantly adjusted because they always misjudge my I've got a wide face apparently, or a wide head. I've got one of those weird heads that's like wider. I guess my hair makes it look like it's like hidden or something. I don't know. But they always misjudge it horribly. They think that my head is skinnier than it actually is, and then they have to readjust it like 3 times. And I'm like, what? It's too tight. Every time. Yes. Law of excluded middle is that for every proposition or its wait, what? Law of excluded middle is that for every proposition, it or its negation is true. I understand, and yes, I don't. I understand, and yet I don't. Wait. Okay, what does this mean? Okay. So, this summary says, it's a fancy way of saying that for any statement, there are only two possibilities. Either the statement is true or its opposite, the negation, is true. There is no middle ground where both or neither are true. For example, let's take the statement, it is raining. According to the law of excluded middle, either this statement is true, it is raining, or it is not true, it is not raining. There is no in-between option, like it's sort of raining but also not. I see. This makes sense. So it's like resorting to a binary. I see. I think the question is why it's increasingly popular, not for people to believe a thing is both true and not true at the same time. Yeah. I mean, I would like to know whether it is true. Like, this is an interesting anecdotal observation, but I would like to know whether that actually lines up with what people are seeing in studies, because I don't know. I don't know. I do wonder. I wonder how that would tie into things like black and white thinking and stuff. That could be interesting to learn some stuff about, because I don't know much. Thank you for the lab safe, ready to check in. Well, Max Plays, welcome. I hope you're good. Also, Racco, thank you for the hydrate. I will have some water. I just have water today, no tea. I have my reasons. There's no tea today. I just didn't want it. That's the only reason. Can you believe it? I didn't want tea. What is going on? Okay, wait, let me have my water. It's also in my mug, so it's like opaque, so this is gonna mess up my tracking. So be prepared for whatever happens. Okay, that wasn't too bad, actually. That wasn't too bad today. That wasn't too bad. You're at the giggling stage of processing defense, new work, conference stuff. Honestly, that's exactly where I am. I've had so many things to finish this week. That's why I haven't really streamed this week, is because I've just been... Wait, have I streamed this week at all, actually? I don't think I did. I don't remember anymore. This is where we're at. I don't remember. I don't know what I'm doing. It's... Yeah, I haven't streamed this week because I've been doing stuff. I've been having lots of deadlines and having lots of things to prepare for. And it's been very cool and very fun. And I definitely haven't broken down crying a few times. And then I won't be streaming again next week either, because I also have some things to do, and I've got some places to go and people to see and papers to read and things to write and all that jazz, and I won't have time. And then the week after that I will have time again, so you'll be seeing a bit more of me. So that's good. Yeah. I see it in people who are fantastically oh wait, words, not fantastic. Authoritarian right-wing leanings. They fluidly move between believing a claim is true and false as it suits ulterior needs. Yeah, right? And then like I wonder whether, yeah, it seems to be, from what I've seen in the literature, it does seem to be associated with certain extreme political views. That's what I've seen too. But I think that in general, based on a lot of the literature around cognitive dissonance, like it's quite hard for people to to process that something is simultaneously potentially true and untrue at the same time, right? So yeah, like people like to choose one or the other, and they do kind of just flip depending on how they're behaving or the circumstances or whatever. So yeah, I don't know if this is like a new phenomenon or if this is just like we're noticing it more for reasons, like it's just really obvious when you go on somebody's Twitter profile or something, and then it's just like, first of all, they're talking horribly about someone, and then literally like 3 posts later they're endorsing the same thing that that person was being attacked for. Like you see it quite a lot, you know. You're doing super good while Max plays. I'm glad. I am okay. I'm tired. Like I said, I'm a bit burnt out. I've been very, very busy this week. Next week is also going to be very, very busy, but you know, it's fine. I'm feeling okay. I'm mostly on top of it. I'm mostly on top of it. How are you doing with things? How soon until we officially can call you Dr. Derry? That is a good question. I do actually have my defense date booked in now. We've got a room. There's like an actual physical room. Wild. We've got like a lunch reservation. That's too real. I don't like it. It's soon. It's at some point within the next month and a half. I don't want to say the exact date because obviously, like, you know, when anyone does a anything important in academia, there tends to be like university profiles being like, wow, look at this person, look what they've done, they've published their thing or they've done their thing or whatever. So yeah, so I don't really want to say when exactly it is, but it is soon. TM. Soon enough that it's starting to give me a large workload. All right, Jerry, thank you so much for the primary sub. It's 12 months. That's wild. 12 months. That's a whole year. That is wild. Thank you so much. Look at that. A whole 1 year lab contract. We love that. We love that. Hello, Sans the skeleton. What are you doing here? Oh no, should I be worried? Welcome in, Whooper. Yes, I do look a bit like that, don't I? I have Whooper energy. Oh gosh, yes, be worried. Oh gosh, I'm threatened. You're not haunted now. Oh no, it's so over. Sans is from Undertale, right? I actually have never played it. I should play that sometime. We should play that on stream sometime because I can't believe. When did it come out? Wait, Undertale. Did it come out while I was in university? It did. Okay, it came out while I was in university. So that explains why I never played it. I had no time whatsoever. So we should play it sometime. We should play it sometime. And it would probably be one of the last ever blind playthroughs on the whole of twitch.tuvalu because I don't actually know anything about the game apart from Sans Tumblr sexy man. That's literally my entire knowledge. And that one song also that's a meme. So I don't think that those things are representative of the game. I have a sneaking suspicion. Oh no. Tumblr sexy man. Yeah, it was like a thing. I hope I'm not making this up. I might be making this up. That was like I was not involved in this like whole fandom thing. But okay, no, I've just looked it up. It's real. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. There you go. There's a whole Wikipedia page for it. In fandoms, a Tumblr sexy man is a type of fictional character that gains wide popularity as a sex symbol. Characters described as Tumblr sexy men are typically villainous or otherwise unusual, though the criteria for what qualifies a Tumblr sexy man varies greatly. Notable Tumblr sexy men. Sans from Undertale. I don't know some of these. Reagan from Mob Psycho 100. Sherlock Holmes, specifically the Benadongle Combawomble one, or whatever his name is. And then Raymond from Animal Crossing, the cat with the nerd glasses, that one. And then Waluigi. So they're all Tumblr sexy men. I'm telling you, this is a thing. The guy from the Lorax, yeah, that's true. The Onceler. Who is the Onceler? I've never seen the... No, maybe I have seen the Lorax, actually. He just looks like Willy Wonka. What? He looks like Willy Wonka. But if Willy... He looks like a combination of Willy Wonka and the bassist from Fall Out Boy. I have no idea. Why Waluigi? Why not Waluigi? Oh my gosh. Tumblr sexy man, there you go. This is the concept originated around 2012. So this is yeah, this is a concept. This may be like a zillennial concept. This may be why this both millennials and zoomers in the chat are like, what on earth is this? Oh dear. Hi, what? Oh wait, how do I say your name? 1TW1. Is it Itwi? Is it like that? Or is it like 1TW1? Tell me. But welcome in. The Adventure Time looking VTuber model is so cool. Thank you so much. I do actually have a hat. I'll put on my hat. There you go. I have a hat. I'm a human, I swear. But we're not wearing the hat today. I don't want to wear the hat. Just the letters and numbers. Got it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. We're not wearing the hat today. I don't feel like the hat. This is not how I feel. I'm not feeling hat. There ain't no human. That's clearly a bunny. Indeed. Welcome in, Professor Dutchy. How you doing? I hope you're good. Human hat equals human confirmed. This is true, actually. It's canonical and it's true. Although, is it? Doing fine. How's the PhD stress? It's stressful. I'm not gonna lie. It's certainly something. I'm feeling it. I've got an actual... Wait, I can... You might be able to hear this, okay? This... Can you hear this? This noise in the background? That's my actual thesis. Can I... Oh, my thing didn't update. That's annoying. I updated my stream elements thingy and it didn't work. And now I'm upset. My chatbot has failed me. Chatbot, what are you doing? Let me fix that real quick. Yeah, we do actually have the... Why is it reverted? That's annoying. Now I'm upset. Now I'm upset. Let's see. Here. That reminds me. I need to tell everyone about that. Yeah. Okay. So. Let me just do this quickly. Join the lab. What? Oh no! It's doing that thing again. It's doing that thing. Okay, I just need to do that, and then do that, and then do that, and then do that. Anyone that streams and uses Discord while they're streaming, please can we all just collectively agree that the fact that they still haven't fixed the feature where it's in streamer mode and then you try to copy a Discord server link and then it just copies hidden. Copy to see link. And it still does that in the year of our Lord 2025. Please, can you just fix it? Discord, please. Please. Discord, I am begging you. You have literally an entire team of developers. Please just fix this one thing. It's the only thing that annoys me consistently. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Anyway, let's try that again. There you go. The Discord is now open for business. It might be a bit scuffed. Please bear with us. This is the first time that we've ever managed like a publicly open Discord, so it may or may not involve some things going wrong. So please bear with us in the meantime. But there should be a thing that gives you like access. If you're like a subscriber, you should already have access to the extra channels and stuff like that. In theory, this should all be linked up. I'm saying in theory because we don't know. There's a verification thing, I think, in the rules channel. Or in the server overview channel. I don't know. We're trying our best. We've tried to make it work. I think it works. We think it works. Me and Hus, yeah, we both tested it. It seems to work well enough. It kind of gets there. The verification is not accessible. What? It should just work on the it should just be at the bottom of the server overview. There's like a rules react thingy. It's just a checkbox thing. Yeah. Real men test in production. So true. That's what we're doing right now. We're testing in production. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, yeah, people are joining. Excellent. Success. We'll deem that a success until it breaks, and then we'll still deem it a success because we're learning. Also, hello. Okay, every time you come in, I always am like, is it ale or is it Allah? Please tell me, because I think I've asked you like 3 times and then every time I forget. I'm just going to assume ale. Ale Edivice, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're good. Yes, there is a general chat. Yes. There is indeed. Also, hi Shinsta. Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. But yes, and also Spooky One, hi. How are you? I hope you're good too. But yeah, yeah, Discord, open. I have another thing that I need to announce. And I've just realized I might have wait, have I? No, I think I'm good. Right, I think I can show you this. I have another announcement. Okay? Don't get too excited. Well, maybe you should be. I don't know. Who am I to judge? I don't know anything. Okay, that's not there. Watch as I now just can't find the thing that I need. Here. No. Here. 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 No. I've lost the thing. Classic. I don't know what I'm doing. It's already got a bunch of stuff. It's just public now. Yeah, we've already got loads of things in there in the server. There's a lot of stuff. We've actually had this server for like a year already. Yeah. We've had the server for like a year. And we just never got around to making it public, you know. It's fine. It's fine. We got there. We got there. It's fine. It's open now. Everyone can say hi. So that's the most important thing. I can't find the thing that I'm looking for, so that's concerning. Yeah, I'm just gonna go like this then. Bonk. Bonk. Yes. Okay. Yes. Success. Success. Okay. No scuff here. No scuff here. I swear. I know what I'm doing. Everyone's gonna be like, this is not worth the hype. I hope it is worth the hype. I hope it is worth the hype. So I'm gonna be starting to share some stuff on my social media channels very, very soon. Okay? Very, very, very soon. Why are you doing that? What are you doing? You're upsetting me. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. 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 We got there. We got there. We got there. We didn't got there. What is going on? My things are breaking and I'm very upset. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel so confused. I feel lost, concerned, in fear, etc. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I can finally actually do the thing that I wanted to do. Ouch. If this so far doesn't represent my mental state, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is just where I am right now. Just like making things up as I go along. Not a clue what's happening. Yeah. What's the Order of the Tungsten Cube? You found the Order of the Tungsten Cube. Congratulations. The Order of the Tungsten Cube is the it's like a channel for subs and for VIPs and for some collaborators as well. Although to be fair, there's a lot of overlap between those three things. Yeah. So it's like there's VTheorem in there. There are Twitch subs, there are coffee subscribers, and there are VIPs that are VIPs for other reasons. Yeah. So that's what that's for. Yeah. And honestly, I've not had much to put in there. So you're not missing out on much at the minute, but that may change. Who knows? Who knows? It may change. I can't promise anything. Oh dear. So I finally have got the thing that I've been trying to get working this whole time. Oh, it's tiny. No. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. This is gonna look bad. This is gonna look bad. Why? The struggle is so real. The struggle is so real. Yes, because you've shared so many Twitch clips. That's very true, Orshu. Although to be fair, because you are a Prime sub, you would have had access to it anyway. But that is, I do believe that is indeed the reason why you got your VIP, yes. There are a few reasons why I give out VIPs. I've kind of stopped doing that now. That was like fun in the beginning to gamify it, I guess. To like make it be like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if people who like do this many clips or whatever get VIP? I've kind of stopped doing that now with a few exceptions. Like, yeah, if somebody does something really, really, really cool, then I might VIP them. Like really, really cool fan art or something, or like a really cool clip. Yeah. So like, for example, Shinsta has got VIP. I gave Shinsta VIP because of the clip that he made of me and Mylan, because I really appreciated that. So yeah. But yeah, that's that. That's that. Thank you for the follow, Tentengu. Welcome in, welcome in. You are now part of the research participants pool. I hope you're ready to be researched. But yes, so I'm sorry, I've been completely ignoring chat while I've been trying to get things working. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible streamer. Get off. 0 out of 10. Leave. Okay. What are we all saying? What are we all saying? Yeah, I assumed that I saw the status on Discord and assumed you were slammed. Yeah, I have been. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty intense because I've made the excellent decision of like doing conference season at the same time as I'm prepping for my thesis defense. So yeah, that's good. That's an excellent idea. So for anyone that doesn't know, anyone that's never been to a scientific conference, they are intense. You need to like prepare a whole bunch of stuff. What do you need to prepare? You need to prepare like slides and stuff if you're giving a talk, or you need to prepare a poster if you're doing a poster. If you're doing like a workshop or something like that, then you need to, you know, put together all of the materials for it. So I've got a few of those. I may have already been doing them. It's pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty intense. And then like yes, intense, exactly. They make you, they're usually in hotels. No, they're intense. You know what, I'm not gonna lie, I have seen some conferences in some pretty wacky places. I've seen one in a like, it was kind of like a festival, like a music festival. It was set up like that. It was kind of wild. I didn't go to it because it scared me, but you know, it's certainly a choice. Hi, Noxelf. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yapping. Indeed, we are indeed yapping. So much yapping. It's what I do terminally. It's a problem. It's even worse because of the British. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Okay, but yeah, I have like loads of stuff to prepare. And thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the research participant pool. But yeah, I've got loads of stuff to prepare for this whole conference season, and I have been preparing, and I must continue preparing. It's quite intense. Yeah. It's been something. It's been something. And then I have this massive, this big old thing, which is 344 pages that I need to go through and review and make sure that it's not too messy before my defense, and you know, work out what they're going to tell me off for and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got some. It's been a time. It's fine though. It's fine. It's the life of a scientist. It's fine. It's fine. Will I be researched on? Maybe. You did give your informed consent. You should really read the things that you're signing. Have you already prepared the preparing, or do you also have to do that? I've prepared the preparing. Everything is like in my mind. I just need to get it down into like conference slides and conference slides. Brilliant. I have to get it into like PowerPoint slides and documents and a paper. Yeah, so this is stuff. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fun in the normal sense, or fun in the Dwarf Fortress sense? I've never played Dwarf Fortress. Also, I forgot to say hi, Chris, welcome in. I hope you're good. I've never played Dwarf Fortress, so I can't comment on that. So I don't know. Maybe I should play it. Maybe I should play it. The Dwarf Fortress slogan is losing is fun. It sounds like science. I'm in. Oh, I mean, it's fun it's fun doing conference preparation. I find it genuinely actually quite fun to put the slides and stuff together. Delivering the talks, they can be okay. I've got better at that since I've been streaming. I'm like better at talking now, so I can give the conference talks okay. I think the worst part for me personally is the socializing. Good lord, there's so much socializing. I struggle. And like Time to research some aliens. What was I saying? I've lost my train of thought now. Socializing. Thankfully not with aliens, actually. But yeah, I have to do a lot of socializing. The ones that I'm going to are very socializing heavy. So, well, at least 2 of them are. There may beans! I agree. I'm gonna have to fight people over the beans, I think. I hope that they actually I hope they have food I can eat. I'm scared. I've had mixed experiences with conference food. Sometimes they've got loads of stuff that I can eat, and sometimes it's literally just like, we've got some fruit. Good luck. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm scared. Anyway, I was going to show you all something. I spent literally like 15 minutes struggling trying to find the right thing to show you. So I have a thing that I'm going to show you. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. So imagine being an anime girl. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Scobo. Welcome in. Welcome in. You've just signed the informed consent form, so I hope you're ready to take part in some research. Okay, no, for real. We're not ready. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. Okay, so for real, I have got something to show you. Okay. A silhouette. What could it be? What could it be? Stop stalling, I'm sorry. A silhouette. What could it be? What could it be? That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. A potato. This is true, actually. It's Jigglypuff seen from above. That's true also. Actually, I'll bring it back up. There you go. You can make your assessments. It's Pikachu. Who's that? It's actually Wooper, isn't it? Who's that Pokemon? It's Wooper. So there's big things coming. There's big things coming. I can't say when or in what capacity, but I will be slowly giving some teasers on my social medias and in the Discord server. The Discord server. There you go. I'm gonna keep using this now. So keep an eye out for that. That's exciting, isn't it? That's exciting. I hope that was worth the 15 odd minutes it took me to actually download this silly silhouette. Oh dear. But yes, big things coming. Big things coming. Someone has been cooking. It's not me. It's not me. But someone has been cooking. So yeah, anime, maybe. Who knows? Another potato. Yeah, we've been cooking a potato. That's true. Thank you. Thank you. We have indeed been cooking a potato. Yes. Delicious. 100% worth that 15 minutes. I am glad. Beans, I agree. Also, Mikasa Tess, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're ready to take part in some research. Also, sorry, I've just realized Ala and Mikasa have just both given me posture checks and I did not process it. I apologize. I was so engrossed in the silhouette. It was so exciting. Thank you for the posture checks. I'm sat up straight, I promise. Look at me. I'm sat up straight. Can you tell? I'm gonna have some water as well, actually. I've been yapping. The yap is intense. Hydrate. Thank you, Yoavko. Good timing. Okay. Right. So, big things coming. Keep an eye out. That's the TLDR. Also, I'm not going to be streaming much over the next few weeks because of reasons and stuff. Yeah, conference season and thesis and stuff and things. It's fun. It's cool. We're going to do great. I like how every time that I come on stream and I start yapping, it's just like, what is the thesis update? It's fine. It's nearly done. It's nearly done. We're so close. We're so close. Okay. I'm gonna have I didn't actually read a big chunk of chat because I was too busy struggling. So hang on, I'm gonna speed run, have a quick look. Let's see. Anything. There's a very interesting conversation going on here actually about the law of excluded middle. Unfortunately, there was no interesting conversations about Sans Tumblr Sexy Man. This is so sad. Hi, Almantis. Hi. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I will hydrate. Guess what? Get what? What? Tell me. What? It's basically the response of every student. Oh, that every student gets from their social circles and family. Are you done yet? Internal monologue response. Genuinely, actually, honestly. People keep asking me like, oh, how's the thesis going? And I'm like, it's certainly going. I mean, it's done technically until the inevitable amendments happen, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Law of excluded middle covers most of what we can say about Tumblr Sexy Man. It's true. Can a character be simultaneously a Tumblr Sexy Man and a Tumblr Unsexy Man? This is the real question. These are the deep philosophical questions that I want to know, you know? Oh no. The weird edits and clips are now visible to the masses. They are. All of the incredible edits are all visible now. Okay, I've recently heard of a study where they asked people who recently lost their loved ones whether they hallucinated them after their death, and only 1 in 50 said that they did. And then they did it again, but this time prefaced the question with assurances that it's all right and normal for this to happen, and then it went to like 50% of people. That's really interesting, but also doesn't surprise me, you know? That doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of ways that people cope with that, and there's a diverse range of ways, and yeah, I can imagine that being a thing. People are always doing impression management, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, absolutely, Racco. But on the flip side, I wonder if there are demand characteristics in that framing too. It reminds me of some research by my friend. Maxine, is it? Oh, Nala? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. On non-religious people. She and her advisor used another survey design method to try and assess accurate estimates from a socially undesirable trait. That sounds super interesting. Actually, absolutely, please throw the link to the paper. Please do that. That sounds very interesting. Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, because if you say something is normal, or if you say something is like, it occurs regularly, then people revise up their estimates of how often it should happen. So, yeah. That can definitely see being a social desirability thing. Chicken butt? What is this? I'm not sure how to respond. I agree. Yes. Chickens are cute. I like chickens. How's it going? Both it and I exist. Genuinely, actually. That is like the way that I've been processing it. I'm not gonna lie. Isn't a Tumblr unsexy man just a well-adjusted guy? That's very true, actually. That's very true. Because that is like the recurring theme through all of the Tumblr sexy men, is that they're like unhinged. So maybe who would be a Tumblr unsexy man? Not Sherlock, but the other guy. You know? The other guy. I've forgotten his name. That's so bad. Watson? I can't remember. I can't remember his name. Also, hi Caleb. How are you? I hope you're good. And hi, Mylan. Hi. How are you doing? How are you doing? What on earth is happening? I wish I knew. I don't know. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. I don't know where I am anymore. What's up, chicken butt? That is a meme response. I agree. But I've never heard that meme before. Chickens are lovely creatures. That is so true, actually. Chickens are really, really sweet. They are really, really good pets, actually. Like, obviously, you need to keep them, you know, so they've got enough space to roam around and stuff. But if you can hang around with chickens, they're actually quite affectionate. They're very cute. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Joe from accounting. Yes, Joe from accounting is the ideal Tumblr unsexy man. Exactly. Exactly. Some of these days would probably go for Watson just as much. Yeah, in all fairness, I haven't been on Tumblr in a very, very, very long time. I didn't really used to go on it that much anyway, right? But like, I wasn't really a Tumblr kid, you know. But it certainly has a culture. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like aging with the users, if that makes sense. Because I imagine a lot of the people who use Tumblr now are the same people that used Tumblr back then. We do like to stick to the platforms that we know. I like potatoes and discussing Tumblr sexy man taxonomy. Okay, Mylin, what is your opinion? What would define a Tumblr unsexy man? That's my first question. And second of all, can someone simultaneously be a Tumblr sexy man and not a Tumblr sexy man? This is the question. Well, actually, it's two questions. These are the questions that we need to know. What do you think? It 100% has. It's true. Oh. I haven't been on it. It scares me. 1, conventionally attractive. 2, not pathetic. Oh, true, actually. I guess, yeah, because the law, the law. I was reading simultaneously the law of excluded middle and also Tumblr sexy man, and it just merged into one concept in my mind just then. That is true. Because like the list of like notable examples. Oh, Loki from Marvel. That's another one. People were obsessed with him. I remember now. I remember all of the like edits. Does anyone else who used to use Tumblr, do you remember those edits? There used to be blogs that would just make edits of people. And then it'd be like really random ones. And it'd be the ones that you'd see a lot, the Tumblr sexy man. So it'd be like Sherlock or like Loki or Sans Undertale or whatever. And then some of them would be really random. I remember seeing one that was like PewDiePie. It was like an entire like fan blog of just like edits of PewDiePie. It was very weird. Like, what else? Also, like bands. There were loads of bands ones. There was loads of YouTuber ones and loads of band ones that I remember very well, actually. Tom Hiddleston, yeah, that's another one. Hi, Zach. How you doing? Good morning to you too. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. From what I'm hearing, Tumblr just has bad taste in men. Oh gosh. Guilty answers. Yes, I remember the thirst trap edits of Tumblr. Yeah, honestly, the thirst trap edits were a thing, and they were really fascinating to me because I didn't get it. Like, there was the whole Super Hurlog thing. Yes, I remember. Oh my gosh. The blogs that would just spam out like thirst trap edits of like Doctor Who. I know he's not called Doctor Who. I know he's called the Doctor, but you know what I mean. But like, yeah, spam like edits of the Doctor and of the people from, what was the other one? Supernatural, and then Sherlock. And I'd be like, I don't understand this. I had like IRL friends that were part of this fandom, and I would be like, please explain this to me. And they would just be like, Tumblr sexy men. And I'd just be like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand. Some level of Tumblr sexy man is subjective, so you can probably have someone who passes the threshold to someone who doesn't. Oh, to someone and then doesn't for other people. Okay, interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I remember. Okay, let's all collectively decide. Okay, there was a blog that I followed. Okay, this isn't helpful. there was a blog that I followed that was like just all about bands, right? And they used to make edits of of like these bands. It was the same thing, the thirst trap edits. It was the same thing. And like some of them were just really like a lot of the times it'd be a mixture of like the thirst trap edits of the like band members, and then it'd be like also like dramatic like lyric edits. Do you remember what I mean? Like the things that are like live laugh love but for emo kids. Like it would just be like deep and meaningful band lyrics in like fancy graphic design. I don't know if anyone else remembers this or if this is just me. Hi, Fine. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Absolutely. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me. So I feel like there was this one band, so like a lot of them you can like kind of get it because it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you know, they're emo boys. I understand, whatever. Like, it's not really my thing, but I get it. Okay. But some of the other ones, I'd be like, what is actually happening? There was this one band. I'm going to bring up a picture of them. I'm trying to find a picture of them. Wait. Is this a good picture? There's this one band called Enter Shikari. I mean, this is recent, so they look... I need a large image of Enter Shikari that isn't from the last 5 years. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. This is the type of image that I remember. Okay. Okay, I don't know if anyone knows the band Enter Shikari, but they're a band. I hate them. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I followed Tumblr blogs back in the day when I was like 15 that well, I don't know if I was 15 actually. I think I was 15. That sounds about right. Back in the day when I was a teenager. And for them, Enter Shikari were Tumblr sexy men. So I would like to have a collective vote on whether Enter Shikari are Tumblr sexy men. Okay? This is apparently a thing that we're doing. This is Enter Shikari. This is what they look like. Oh dear. So this is what we're working with here. Let's do a poll. Let's do a quick poll. Are Enter Shikari Tumblr sexy men? Yes. No. Bearing in mind that it's like not conventionally attractive, etc., etc. Okay? And it's, remember, it's anonymous, so you don't have to worry about people knowing what you've said. Just be honest. Modern Tumblr's just as nerdy and fandomy, but a lot older. A lot more LGBTQ plus, chiller overall, and a lot more weirder in their tastes. That's so valid. It seems like it's just the same group of people then. Because that was like all of the friends that I had. Okay, interesting. Make sure, okay, overall vote was no so far, but please vote for whether they are Tumblr sexy men. But the overall vote so far is no. Interesting. Why? If you feel like you can assess why they are not Tumblr sexy men, why? Because they're definitely like, how can I describe this without being rude? This is difficult now because we're talking about appearances. Like they're just like four. It feels like I walked up behind four men at the grocery store near a university. Exactly. They're just blokes. They're just blokes. They're just blokes. They look normal. Exactly, right? Exactly. So I could never work out whether the first traps on Tumblr, like they had full-on edits and stuff with the sparkly, just normal men. They're just innocent men. Oh no. Tumblr sex man is a vibe and this is not it. That's so true, Robert. Also, welcome in. I hope you're good. That's true. I feel like okay, thinking in terms of like the band fandom, okay, right? This is really interesting to me because I feel like a lot of bands and a lot of like YouTubers actually have kind of similar vibes, right? there was a lot of overlap between them. A lot of YouTubers went on to become like went on to have bands, and then a lot of band people went on to become YouTubers. So the overlap is clearly there, but it's interesting to see that like some people that are from bands are not Tumblr sexy men. But then I wonder if they did the reverse and they went on to from YouTube onto being a band, if they would be classified as a Tumblr sexy man. This is very interesting to me. What is this conversation? What are we doing? Oh gosh. What is the psychology of Tumblr sexy man selection? Genuinely, what? I feel like we could learn something from this. From what I've seen from Tumblr sexy man, there needs to be something there, some charisma or character that makes them stand out, real or imagined. See, I wonder if like with Enter Shikari, the thing that you need to know about Enter Shikari is that they're very, very nerdy, and also their lyrics are very, very political. Okay, so with that added context, I think it starts to make sense why they start to be considered a Tumblr sexy man. Okay, but potentially with the picture, they just look like normal blokes. So it's difficult to assess. Yeah. The transition to IRL Tumblr sexy man probably depends on some kind of attractiveness, be it physical or other. For VTuber's voice is probably very important. Yeah, definitely. Actually, okay, now this is straying into a very interesting lane, right? Okay, at what point would what would the ideal VTuber Tumblr sexy man look like? Okay. Because I feel like some VTubers might be very, very popular. Like some like guy VTubers might be very popular because they give Tumblr sexy man energy. Vox Akuma, I don't know who that is. It's Niji Sanji, right? I think so. I think I know who that is. DreamWorks smile, American cartoony. Okay, interesting. So potentially, if there was a male VTuber who had maybe my kind of model, like an Adventure Time style model, they have potential to be a Tumblr sexy man. Although it's not very DreamWorksy, obviously, but I don't know. Because Sans Undertale is not that. And then I remember there was like some characters from like Danganronpa and stuff. And like there's some anime characters also, actually. Okay, no. Okay, Reagan from Mob Psycho. Okay. Maybe it's something about like the weird art style. Like it's kind of similar, but it's a bit Uncanny Valley. Like it's not standard anime style, if that makes sense. I wonder if that's it. The Onceler is also the OG. That's very true. That's very, very true. I remember the obsession with the Onceler, and I was just so confused because I think I was like, I might have been a fully sentient adult by the time the Lorax came out. Wait, let me check. Yeah, I was already like a fully sentient adult by the time the Lorax came out. So I was like looking at this whole thing being like, I am so confused. I went to see this film with like younger children in my family, and I don't understand. Could someone define Tumblr sexy man for me again? Yes, it is. Wait, let me find the Wikipedia page. Let me find it. There we go. It's a fictional character that gains wide popularity as a sex symbol. They're typically villainous or otherwise unusual, although the criteria for what qualifies Tumblr sexy man varies greatly. So examples include Sans from Undertale, the Onceler from the Lorax, Loki, as in from Marvel, Sherlock from Sherlock Holmes, Raymond from Animal Crossing, Waluigi, and Junkrat from Overwatch apparently is also a Tumblr sexy man. So yeah, interesting mix of characters there. I feel like I feel like the underlying thing is just that they're a mess. feel like the underlying thing is that they're unhinged. Like they're all, oh, and Reagan from Mob Psycho. Like I think they're the type of characters where like you would expect to walk into their room and just see it like literally like 200 pizza boxes around the floor. Like maybe that's it. Kind of pathetic. True. Questionable morals, but not too questionable. Oh my gosh, maybe it's like an I can fix him kind of thing. Are we onto something here? Are we onto something here? Hi, Cleaver. How you doing? How you doing? What is your wisdom? I don't know. I don't know if I have any wisdom. We're trying to work out what is the psychology of Tumblr sexy men, apparently. Oh god, I think you are. We worked it out. It's that I can fix him. Oh no. I can fix him would explain a lot. It would, wouldn't it? Oh no, you're right. Okay, also when you look at the character, excluding like, you know, Sans Undertale, but like, I know the thing is like not conventionally attractive, but like the thing is that they're also not ugly. Like they're average or like slightly above average. They're the type of characters where like, actually Waluigi. Okay, excluding the video game characters, but like the anime and the like in-person actor characters, those two types, I feel like they're all like average or slightly above average in terms of attractiveness. So maybe it's like an I can fix him thing in terms of the morals, kind of quirky. So like, let's be honest, a lot of Tumblr users tend to be like neurodivergent in some way. So maybe that might be it too, is that they're perceived as like neurodivergent. So it's like more approachable. And then maybe it's also like, you know, around average attractiveness, but like if they scrubbed up, there's a lot of potential. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we've worked it out. Nothing but top quality psychology research in this stream. Oh no. What are we doing? How did we get to this conversation? Oh gosh. There's bigger hurdles for anime and live action characters. Yeah, definitely. I feel like yeah, like Western animation and video games, there's a bit more flexibility in terms of the design in general, I think, maybe. But also in terms of how that translates into, like, there's more link between the way that the character looks and the way that a more direct link. Maybe that's a better way to phrase it. Like they more directly link the character's looks to the personality. So that might be it, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's I can fix him, but at the same time, he's not broken in a way that's toxic to me. And also this is not supposed to be a romance option. So what I'm trying to say is it's fictional crush that you have to explore yourself. Maybe. Interesting idea. Want to collaborate on a study? Yes. I think that'd be a very fun study. Maybe that I can fix him is a red herring. Maybe. I like the assessment that it might be like, yeah, it doesn't entirely need fixing, but it's like a little bit of fixing wouldn't hurt type of thing. that intuitively makes sense, but obviously we would need research. This is very important research. I wonder if we can get funding for this. Hello. Hello, British Psychological Society. Please give me money so that I can research Tumblr sexy men. I actually wonder. Thesis 2, the Tumblr question. Oh no. Can you imagine? The Organization for Transformative Works publishes stuff? That's so tempting. I bet they'd do it. You know what? If I get the right reviewers, they probably would. That's the thing. There is a sample for a study. There was an entire tournament of sexy men, Tumblr sexy men, but also real sexy men. And we're not talking about them here. Yeah, I remember the tournament. I wonder if there'd be useful data coming out of that. My experience with Tumblr is that they'll participate for free, especially if you promise to tell them what you find. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, uncompensated labor. I mean, it's not uncompensated if they get something out of it in terms of just interest, right? That's what I always have to remind myself. Oh, that's very fun. That's very fun. There's promise here. There's promise here. Is there a subsection of psychology that deals with fictional psychology and fandom? Yeah, there's fandom psychology is like a whole thing. It's not like a massive field, but it seems to be getting bigger. And there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out of it. So I think that this is the type of thing that would, you know what? First things first, we should have a look and see if there is anything already on Google Scholar. Tumblr, sexy man. Yeah. There's a mention of it. It's not about the Tumblr sexy man, but the first result is, what is this? From the Journal of Pragmatics. Trademark TM, a usage-based theory of the trademark sign. And the excerpt says, Tumblr sexy men TM. It's time for Tumblr attractive but sad boys TM. The phrase is Tumblr sexy men and Tumblr blah 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 blah. Okay. Oh, apparently this is a thing. Okay, it's had a passing mention. It's had a passing mention in the Journal of Pragmatics, but it's never been researched as a concept. So there's promise here for like a novel study. I wonder if we could all work together on this somehow. That would be fun. Unexplored field, exactly. Oh no. I found multiple papers specifically on the Voltron fandom. That, again, that doesn't even surprise me. There's some very cool stuff out there. Very cool stuff. The inquiry into the attraction of unconventional words, but an inquiry into the attraction to unconventional. I can't do it. I'm struggling. I can't read. An inquiry into the attraction of No, I give up. An inquiry into attraction to unconventional fictional figures of mostly male stature. Sounds like a title that will get published. It also reads as an analytical philosophy treatise from the 1800s. So true. Thank you for the follow, 1TW1. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're ready to take part in our Tumblr sexy man research. Thank you for the follow. Institutional affiliation, Twitch chat. I wonder how that would actually work, you know? Brought to you by Psydere and the Psydere community. It's funny you say that because I'm actually working on what's the word? I'm working on editing that blog post thingy. Not blog post, but you know, that article thingy from the other day. So unironically, you all will actually get an acknowledgement in something, which I think is pretty fun. I think it's pretty fun. I have a feeling the et al got eaten as an accidental URL. It might well have done. Yeah, it might well have done. We should find a way to make sure that et al doesn't get eaten, actually, because that's quite important. There should be a space, to be fair, between et and al, so yeah. Also, I think this... Now I'm trying to remember. I had to tell off my undergrads when I was teaching, but like, this is how you cite things properly. And I think the dot goes after the al rather than the et. Let me double check. I've got a thesis in front of me. I can check. I keep opening it up to the results pages. What? Yes, the dot goes after the al. Yeah, success. Then you can create a Twitch Tumblr sexy man AI streamer and retire at 30 with all of the money. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's the new business venture. Unfortunately, Tumblr is notoriously difficult to monetize. It's going through like the 5th shutdown scare. Oh lord. Yeah. They have struggled with that indefinitely, haven't they? It's been a real thing. It's been a real thing, TM. There you go. Pragmatics. There you go. Usage of the TM. least you get a lot of people cosplaying you. That's very true, actually. That's very true. Tumblr Sexy Men had so many cosplayers. Oh gosh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay, I am gonna quickly zoom through here real quick. There was like loads of messages that I missed, and I think there was actually some stuff that I wanted to look at. But actually, no, I think we're up to date. Oh, I've seen all of them. Oh, look at me. Yeah, no, this is all Tumblr Sexy Man discussion. Okay, cool. Look at me. I'm actually on top of chat for once. I'm responding on time. Wild. This is like the first stream ever where I've actually been responding to things live. That's wild. There's no 10-minute delay. The future is blue sky. I do like blue sky a lot. I do like blue sky a lot. The only thing is though, the only thing with blue sky, right, is that it has that culture on it where you follow loads and loads and loads and loads of people, and then everybody follows you back, and then that's how you form a network and you see things. But like, I really struggle with that. I need to have a more curated timeline, right? And then I feel bad because I follow people because they followed me. And then after like a few months, I'm like, I'm sorry, like I need to have this off my timeline. And it's not like that they're not doing anything wrong. It's just I'm not good. I guess that's what the lists are actually. Not the lists. What are they called? The feeds. The feeds, that's the one. Oh no, it is the lists, yeah. I've got like lists that I'm using to keep track of people that like I really want to see, but I find it a bit overwhelming to have loads and loads and loads of stuff on my timeline all at once. I've always struggled with that. Yeah, it gives me like the follow for follow vibes from back in the day. Yeah. Hi, Yatagarasu. Hi, welcome in. Welcome in. Good day, mate. Good day to you too. There was a big part of the website that they alienated with certain moderation decisions. I remember. Tumblr's had a time. Hi, Lucky Luna. Hi. There's also the mute function. That's very true. That's very true. Blue Sky would need per feed notifications. Yeah, I think the other thing that like I kind of struggle with on it is the fact that like if you get notifications, every single notification, so like every single like and every single follow, it counts as a separate notification. It doesn't pull together likes, for example. That I kind of struggle with too. I feel a bit overwhelmed with it. But I'm trying to get better at using it because X. Just as a website, it's just grim now. You tweet out something normal and then next thing you know, there's like 72 bots DMing you being like, hello, can I interest you in my graphic design? And I'm like, I can literally see that that's AI generated and that you're an AI, but okay. Okay. The future is blue sky sounds deeply hopeful until we realize the only blue sky we have is a web app. Then it becomes a dystopia. That is a terrifying thought, Cleaver. I'm not sure if I like that. I'm not sure if I like that. On Tumblr, you kind of lurk in someone's reblogs and then eventually click follow by accident. Yeah, I remember. I make feeds to cut down my timeline to essential stuff. See, this is the smart thing to do. I need to do the same. I think I might just make like a list that's just like cool people. Although then people would see that they're not on the cool people list actually, and that would make me sad. There's no win. No. Also, I keep forgetting to add people, and I also keep finding that like people are on Blue Sky and I didn't even realize that they're on Blue Sky. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't follow you. I'm sorry. Because like I get because of the follow for follow thing that seems to be a thing on Blue Sky. I get like loads of people following me all at once every time I post anything. And then I can't like go through the list and work out who's who because I just don't have time at the minute. And then I'm like, oh, sorry, I should have followed you back. I apologize. I didn't realize that you are who you are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I follow people I want to keep on my list, but their recent posts are too depressing because things. Yeah, I feel that too. I've had to be fair, it was I did this on X as well. Like pretty much every social media website I have ever, I have like a big old list of words that I just have muted because I just don't want to see certain things. Like sometimes you want to follow people, but then you don't want to see them talking about certain things. And in some contexts, I think that's valid. And for me personally, like, obviously I'm a scientist, like I'm a social scientist. So there's a lot of things that I see as part of my job that I don't want to see when I'm doing Psydere, because then Psydere is a bit too stressful. So I have a big old list of muted words that I just never see. I just never see it. It's very good. Yeah. I never used Twitter, but I found using Blue Sky very easy to get into. See, I was like a Twitter early adopter. I think I was on Twitter like the year it came out. So it's hard transitioning because I've like, I like Blue Sky a lot. It reminds me a lot of very, very early Twitter, and it makes sense because of the team who made it. But I've also like had to go through all of the various Twitter changes throughout the years, and you know, I've left the platform and then come back and then left and then come back, and it's just like I should probably just be sensible and just give up on it at some point. But it's annoying because loads of people that I need to keep up with haven't moved, so I'm like, what do I do? I guess I do both. I also find engagement on Blue Sky to be very variable, but that's far too creatory to talk about. That's boring. Does Blue Sky have bookmarking yet? It was a big annoyance for me that kept me from fully using it. I actually don't know. Doesn't look like it, no. Yeah, I would love bookmarking too, because I use that to like, I use bookmarking to like store the accounts of artists who I'd like to commission, but then I don't want to follow them yet because I'm just kind of lurking, you know? So yeah, that would be a good feature. Let's see. Just need private accounts on Blue Sky. Yeah. Do they not have that now, actually? I thought they had private accounts now. Or do they not? I don't know. I don't know. On Twitch, you lurk in chat until the streamer says something interesting, and then you chime in on, and then you chat more over time. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just like a perpetual lurker, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of the times, my friends, I will be in their stream, like, the whole stream. And then we will raid out somewhere, and then I'll be, like, doing the raid message in the new place, and then they'll be like, you were here? I'm like, yeah, I was here the whole time. I'm just quiet. I'm normally doing stuff at the same time as watching a stream, so yeah. Just make 200 cool people feeds so no one will know which is real. That's such a big brain. I do have an educational VTubers feed on Blue Sky, or like list, sorry. I have a list on Blue Sky for educational VTubers, but there's more people that aren't educational VTubers that I also want to keep up with. So I need to work out a way to just find lots of cool people and put them all into one place, actually. My cool people list is in Japanese so people don't get offended. That's so big brain. I love that. That's so smart. I can see why Twitter limited follower ratios. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I don't do the follow for follow thing. It seems kind of gauche on Blue Sky, actually. Yeah, I don't do it either. I just kind of look at the people and I'm like, if there's someone I recognize, then I follow them back. But like the new people that are following me, I'll get around to looking through the accounts at some point. It's just now's not the right time to do it, you know? Blue Sky desperately needs a mute repost from user. Yeah, that would be good too, actually. That would be good too. Blue Sky does have great moderation tools, a terrific mute feature, a perfect block feature, and great moderation tools for terms. Yeah, absolutely. It's really, really good for that. You can make your feed just look exactly how you want it to look, which is very cool. I think I just need to fiddle around with the settings more, actually. Like, I just need to actually sit down and fiddle around with the settings. I just haven't got around to it. I found out NeoCities exists, and it seems like early web is coming back, but then it shows dead pages from 2020 in my feed, and I go back to X/Twitter. Yeah. NeoCities is very cool. I remember the original GeoCities. I was like a GeoCities user, I'm not gonna lie. I was part of the fandom website scene. Remember back in like, I don't know if anyone does remember, but back in like, I don't know, like late 2000s, early 2010s, it was like a whole thing Where like if you were a fan of something, you would make your own website about it. Yo, me too. Oh, no way. Yeah, I was in that scenes. I was in that scene. I had many fan websites. We don't talk about them, but I'll tell you about them. But yeah, that was like a whole thing. I really enjoyed doing that. Actually, part of me was like, I should teach myself web design and like web development by making a new fan site. Can you imagine like a GeoCities style website with the really bad, horrible, ugly graphics and like the custom cursor and stuff like that, but it's all about VTubers? That would be so fun. I kind of want to do it. Maybe that can be a project on stream at some point. That would be so fun. Private accounts aren't possible. You need to make I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, because it's all open source through the API, right? So that makes sense. We need a social media with a very open source approach that lets you curate your own feed and customize functionality as much as you want. I guess what I'm saying is everything should be an RSS feed. I love RSS feeds. That is true, actually. That is basically what Blue Sky is. Yeah. I program my own social media dashboard to write my own algorithm so I don't miss things is something that can happen. That's very true. That's very true. I think that would be beyond my coding knowledge, but I could force Husbando to do it. Take the grandma out the bag. No, don't attack me like this. No. Hi, Trans Rage. How you doing? I hope you're good. Proceeds to discuss fan websites. Has flashbacks to the auto music MIDI play. Oh no, I remember. That was the worst thing. I didn't have that on mine because I thought it was obnoxious. It would like when you would just go on and then it would start playing like random like Super Mario 64 music or something like that, and you'd just be like, stop! What are you doing? Stop it! I didn't sign up to this. Oh no. A really poorly designed website all about VTubers, so twitch.tv. Burn. Nah, but like, imagine though, wait, I don't even know how to find examples of what this looks like. Like, if anyone, I can't even describe it. You just need to have seen it. Like, you need to have seen this style of like design in order to know what I am talking about. There's a dedicated Tumblr blog. Amazing. I need to know this Tumblr blog. Please send it to me in DMs. I need to know. Oh gosh. Yeah, you can also, there is also Mastodon. But yeah, you can also get Mastodon and custom clients to interface with it. Amazing. I just wanted to say, when you said it's beyond my coding ability to ask if it's within Husmod's purview, but you brought it up on your own. To be fair, nothing is within Husmod's purview right now because he's very busy. But soon, TM, soon, I will be approaching him with threatening project ideas. I would love to have Husmod dev streams, but he says it's not going to happen. This is so sad. So sad. Hi, Gaslight Philatex, welcome in. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. Don't you tired at me. You've got to earn your keep as head moderator. Oh gosh. Chat delay on YouTube often seems to come from silent delay to the live stream. Yeah, I think chat delay on YouTube is, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I watch my friends who are streaming on YouTube, I'm like, I swear there is like a 20-second delay at least, and I don't know how they cope with it because I struggle with like the 5 to 10 seconds that I normally have with Twitch. So yeah, I don't know. Hi Tashreek Tasdid, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. What's good? Not much. I'm okay, thank you. I'm struggling, but I am okay. Can I ask you a riddle? You probably already know it. Go for it if you want to. It's understandable if he's got a lot to do. Yeah, he does have a lot to do. He's very busy. He's very busy at the minute. He's busy. He's struggling. It's been kind of like weird because we're both in a position at the minute where we're both really, really busy with stuff. And then we're just kind of like working long hours. And then we're just kind of looking at each other across the room, like tired. It's fine though. We're very, 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 very close. Very, very close. Very, very close to things being done, conferences being done, thesis being done, etc., etc. I suffer. I suffer. It's fine. It's fine. Just tell your YouTube viewers to increase playback speed of the video until it catches up automatically. See, that's the thing though, is that even if you're watching live, there's normally like a 20 to 30 second delay on YouTube. Yeah. And that would I would struggle with it. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the reasons why I don't stream on YouTube. Is because I looked into the platforms and I was like, oh, Twitch has lower latency. That's more sensible for me personally. I think I prefer that personally. If there are 501 bricks on a plane and one fell off, how many are left? Is this a trick question? I don't get it. I don't get it. 501 bricks on a plane, one fell off. How many are left? But they wouldn't fall off. They would fall out if they were being carried by the cargo. But if you mean fell out, 500? Question mark? I don't know. No, I'm scared. I'm scared. Seems like a great workplace, nevertheless. I think there's even an ADHD strategy called that. Huh? What did I miss? What? I forgot what we were talking about. The riddle threw me. One fell off is past tense. There are. Wait, what? I'm confused. There are 501 bricks on a plane. One fell off. How many left? Yeah, I guess it is past tense, isn't it? So yeah, there would be 501. If there had originally been 501 and then one subsequently fell off, then it would be 500. We live in a wild time of rapid technological advancement where I can say dial-up noise, the Netflix logo, and Windows Vista booting sound, and make people experience exact qualia related to very different stages of technological development that appeared very rapidly, yet are at different points in each tech tree. That's very true, actually. That's very true. That's very true. And the worst part is that dial-up noise, like, I can literally hear it. Netflix logo, I can also literally hear it. Windows Vista, I actually can't. I did actually use Windows Vista, but I can't hear that one. XP, I could probably hear that. But honestly, the boot up noise, I always had it silent. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the noises. But like the boot up noise that I would always hear that's like seared into my memory is when I was at university, like we would have lectures with like hundreds of people. And like I saw that a third of the class had MacBooks, and like simultaneously at the beginning of the lecture, we would just hear a chorus of "Brrr." That is the sound that's burned into my mind. Hi, Tech. How you doing? How you doing? Humane hours, Psydere. I know, right? Wild, wild. It's because I may or may not have to be going places and doing things. Potentially. I do in fact exist at normal hours, I swear. I always make a joke, like at the weekends I'm working on American time zone, and it's kind of true, I'm not gonna lie. But today I'm working on European time zone, so there's that. That's good, isn't it? Imagine how much later she would be with the added latency on top of the tangents. Oh, can you imagine? It would be terrible. It would be terrible. About you working with Hosmod in the same room. I remember it was called Parallel Play. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Yeah, we work in the same place. He's working right now, I think. He's just appearing every now and then when we talk about him. Welcome in, Fayandrad. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're good. How are you doing? I hope you're okay. Oh wait, there was another riddle. Wait. How do you put an elephant in a fridge? It could be a very, very big fridge, but broadly I would recommend against it because they're not meant to be in cold environments. They're designed for hot environments, okay? It's not very nice to do that. And hi, Manchizel, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. Remember external speakers to desktops? That's a sign of the times. Some people still have that, like if they make music or whatever, or if they just like music. Quite a few people still have that. That's the thing. That's the thing. And leave emojis. This is true. You do just appear, drop them an emoji, and then leave. Standard Hosmod level communication. A man of few words, but many emotes. Hi, Adame Curio. Welcome in. Welcome in. Volpix is cute. Gyarados is mean. And if I were a trainer, you'd be my queen. Happy JoJo's Day. I have so many questions. I have so many questions. What's an excellent what's the word for that? What's the word for that? Like a poem? It's a specific type of poem, right? I appreciate this. As a Pokemon, as a first 3-4 generations of Pokemon enjoyer, I appreciate this. What is JoJo's Day though? What is JoJo's Day? I don't watch. I've not watched JoJo's. I've watched the first 2 seasons of JoJo's 4 times because I keep being like, I'm gonna get into JoJo's now, and then I start watching it, and it's always when I'm sick, and then like I have to work, and then I don't watch it anymore because I'm not sick anymore and I have to work. It's a recurring theme in my life. Efficiency, that's true. You're very efficient. External speakers are often better than integrated speakers in monitors. That's very true. That's very true. I'm a headphones person, personally. We have a Bluetooth speaker. Does that count? Does that count? Why say more when Scamderate and Smug do the job? This is very true, actually. This is very, very true. You get better sound quality with even modest quality speakers because they are dedicated to processing those signals. When speakers are integrated into something like a monitor, there's more fail points for processing or interrupting or degrading sound quality. This is very, very true. This is very, very true. Personally, I don't have external speakers, but I used to have like an entire sound setup, and yeah, I don't anymore. But I should replace it at some point, really. It is external and it is a speaker, that's true. They announced part 7 of JoJo, let's go! I should really get into it at some point. You look and sound like Minerva. No way. Maybe it's intentional. The looking is not intentional, actually. So with this model, Mylan, who is here, wait. There we go. Mylan is the artist that made my model and also my friend. We love them. Mylan made this, and I didn't give any like actual Adventure Time references. I was like, just go look at Adventure Time's art style, you know, and you'll get the vibe for it. And yeah, has accidentally ended up looking like Minerva, which makes sense because of just how my character design looks. I think it was just going to happen, but it did make me smile. It did make me smile. Doesn't seem to be a particular name for those poems, really. The roses are red, violets are blue, etc., etc. I can't believe there's no name for those. I feel like there should be because they're such a like cultural staple in the English language. Bluetooth speakers or headphones unfortunately have latency. Yeah, they do. They do. I think that might be the problem. When I was trying to do karaoke a little while back, like a year ago actually now, and we're gonna do it again at some point. But I was using Bluetooth headphones, and I think there was like a couple of seconds delay between what was actually playing and what was playing through my headphones, and it meant that there was a delay between me and the music, and it sounded terrible. So I need to fix that because we are gonna do another karaoke stream at some point. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. Jojo's like if a manga underwent midlife crisis at the middle of every arc. What? I need to actually like get through it. I need to get through it and to understand, because I don't understand the magic that is JoJo, and I feel like I'm missing out on stuff. You look and sound like Minerva. Thank you. I meant McGonagall. I don't even remember what McGonagall says, apart from like... Actually, no, I just don't remember. I just remember her being Scottish and being a cat girl. That's all I remember. Is Professor McGonagall the original cat girl? That's the real question. Well, not the original, but you know what I mean. This isn't the type of cat girl I was expecting. Oh my god, she is a cat girl, right? She is a cat girl. I'm telling you. She's a cat girl. She's British. She's a cat lady. This is also very true. She's a cat girl. No. I've just ruined the whole series for lots of people. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, so my water's run out. And I need a drink. I'm not gonna lie. My PC is struggling recently, and it's getting quite warm, so I need to replace my water. So I'm gonna do like a couple of minutes break. We'll get some ads out the way. I'm so sorry, and then I will come back. Okay? Okay. Quick break. Go get yourselves a drink and stretch and stuff as well. Use this time to be good for your health? Question mark? Yeah, do that. See you in a second. I am back. Hello, I have returned. Mute. Hello, music. Hello. Yes. Hi. I think that. Wait, is this working? It is. There we go. Okay, good. I thought things were broken for a second there, and I was very, very sad. But it was not broken. We're fine. It's all good. Okay. Yeah, no, please don't destroy your body, Tayu. That doesn't sound healthy. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I love the BRBR. Thank you. It was made by the amazing Miyukiko. Yes. I don't know. Do they have blue sky? Yes. Excellent. There you go. Here is Miu's blue sky. Very, very good art. Excellent art, in fact. Excellent art. Yeah. Miyukiko, yeah. Waiting Screen Psydere has been reading that one paper for months. This is true, actually. It's not entirely false advertising, because I have actually been reading that paper for months. So, yeah. I've been following them for a billion years. How did I not realize? Tee-hee. It maybe also me too. Tee-hee. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. Swizzalak, welcome in. I hope you're good. But yeah, I was like, when I started commissioning art, like basically I was like, I'm scared and I don't know what I'm doing. So I was like, I want to commission art from someone who either people I know or people who like I've been following their art for so long that I'm parasocial with them, basically. But Miu does actually stream on Twitch, so and I lurk in the art streams quite a lot. So yeah, I don't think it's like, well, not even lurk. I do actually talk sometimes, but yeah, I don't think it's like super unhinged to be like, I kind of know me a little bit. But mostly parasocially though. Yeah. So far I think I've only commissioned art from people that I like actually know. I think the exception would be art that I haven't commissioned myself. Other people have done it, but even then a lot of the times it seemed to be people that are friends of friends, if that makes sense. So yeah. I get scared of talking to people. I'm trying to remember if I interacted with them back in the way back days. Possibly. That would be very fun. That would be very fun. It's a small world. Fandoms are small. We all know each other. Yeah. Isn't that somewhere along the parasocial to transparasocial to social relationship spectrum? Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's not totally parasocial because Miu knows I exist, obviously. Like, I've literally commissioned art. But we've talked. But like, we're not friends. We're just like, know each other. Yeah. No scare of interact. Sky's friend. I get scared of talking to people. I get scared. To be fair, the bigger thing was that like when I first started VTubing, I didn't know the social norms around like commissioning and stuff. There's no like, well, I'm sure there are written guides to it somewhere, but I just wasn't sure like what to do and how to ask for things and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm just gonna play it safe with people that I know, basically, or that people that I trust would be kind to a new commissioner. Yeah. Yeah. It all seems to depend on the types of interaction and how fast chat is and what you get to talk about. Friendly relations seems a safe guess. Yeah, I'd say it's like acquaintances, you know? That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah. Because I guess technically once you've commissioned someone, you kind of have a business relationship with them, right? In a way. So I guess business acquaintances, that would be the description. I don't know. Also, with karaoke, you're going to want a microphone interface with live monitoring where you can plug your headphones directly in. I have that already. The problem is the headphones, because I have Bluetooth ones. I might have to still husband those ones. Actually, I might have an old pair that are wired saying that. But yeah, I do have that. I just need to be able to... The problem that I have is that if I hear myself back, I get out of tune. Not out of tune, but like out of sync, sorry. I get out of sync because the singing is like just slightly behind the track. If I can hear myself, I can't focus, basically. That's what I'm saying. So I need to work out a way to make it work. Yeah. Yeah. I've been meaning to ask, whenever I refresh your Twitch name swap color, do you know why that happens? I don't know why that happens. It's just Twitch being Twitch, I guess. It's probably a Twitch feature. I think you can set yourself as having one consistent color in the like chat settings, like the little cog at the bottom. I think you can set a consistent color because I've set mine to consistently be like orange, but I don't know if that's like a thing. I don't know. Oh, if I've just made that up. Are we in the parasocial relationship with ourselves from the past? There is no way for us to know future us, yet the other way around is not the case. It's not an interaction though, is it? If it's yourself. It kind of inherently isn't social. Yeah. Like if you were time traveling, that would be a different question. Like that would get weird. Thank you for the follow, Leviathan Gaming 20. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to the lab. You're part of the research participants pool now. I hope you're ready to take part in some research. Are we in the... Oh, wait, no, I just read that. I'm silly. For karaoke with live monitoring, studio monitoring might be best. Live monitoring will not stump you when you hear it back directly without delay. Yeah, I don't know. Even when it's like... Even when it's without delay, if I can hear myself back, I can't tune it out. That's the problem. So like I hear my singing like over and above the music. I need to have just the music with nothing else. I don't know. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Hearing yourself speak messes with most people's ability to speak. Yeah, right? Like if I put on like monitoring on my thing right now, then I could hear myself, I would just cease functioning. Like I'd try and talk. Basically for me, like what I'm hearing interrupts with what I'm saying. Like it's just there is one channel. There is no separate in and out channels for me. There is just one channel. So if something's coming in, it overwrites the stuff that's coming out. So if I hear myself singing, then I will not be able to sing anymore. Trust me, I've tried because I may or may not have recorded some things, and yeah, no, didn't work. I had to turn it off. Twitch has no features. The entire website is a bug. What if that is the feature? Huh? Twitch Turbo allows more consistent colors. Yeah. I don't vibe with the idea of parasocial relationships. I mean, I think it's being used very, very differently in like lay speak than it is in psychology, to be fair. Like it is a genuine psychological concept. It's just that it's not used in the right way when most people are talking about it, like so many other things, you know? Yeah. Hi, biologist, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. Welcome in. Me cursing myself out for every bad decision that I made is not dissimilar to me hating the decisions an author of a piece of art made. So, I mean, I guess if you kind of think of yourself differently as like a separate entity, but the thing about social is that there's meant to be some kind of interaction, right? That's kind of what social means, is that either there is an interaction or... Although I guess if you're thinking about interacting yourself in that way, then it kind of works. I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. The caveat is that you obviously do know your own inner thoughts at the time and you already have a relationship with yourself. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think the thing with social interactions is that like you don't know what the other person is thinking. You kind of have to infer it from their behavior or from what they're saying. So... But like you in the past, you knew what you were thinking. Even if you don't entirely remember it, like you can probably work it out because we're fairly consistent a lot of the time. So it's kind of different in that way. Yeah. Can't wait for Twitch to just go full on AI streamers. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of them already, right? And they're pretty good. Like I'm a big neuro enjoyer, so And also Overlord Ico. I'm also a big Overlord Ico enjoyer. Both of them. Very, very good. Yes. It's gonna be more of a thing. Well, there's quite a lot of them, right? But like LLMs are becoming very, very accessible now. AI in general is pretty accessible now. So yeah, there's gonna be more of them. But I hope that people keep doing like interesting concepts with them and also keep doing human interaction with them. Because for me, that's the thing that really makes the stream special, right? Is the interaction between an AI and a human. That's what makes it fun and interesting. Doesn't social mean talking to a living object or object capable of responding? I mean, I don't know the definition off the top of my head, which I should probably know because I am literally a social psychologist. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Social structure. Well, yeah, I get... See, when I say social, I mean it in the context of social science. That's more what I'm thinking. But then in social psychology... So let's see, what's the definition of social psychology? The methodological study of how thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by the actual imagined or implied presence of others. Yeah, so I guess if like you consider your past self or future self to be another's presence or another presence separate to yours, then I guess social processes might work on it. But I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. So consistent, I sometimes go to write a YouTube comment only to find past me has already wrote that exact same thing. That's so relatable. That's so relatable. Literally, that's so relatable. Neuro doesn't count. She's as real as me. Neuro is so real, actually. Neuro is real. Neuro, brilliant. Neuro is literally gonna be real soon with the dog. Past me, future me, and present me would not get along. Honestly, I think that past me, for me, it depends on when. If we're talking about me when I was like 15, I think that, yeah, I'd just be like, oh my gosh, this thing is annoying. Me when I was like 21 onwards, I think I could get along with me, but I would be like, girl, you're making some bad decisions. You know? And then from like how old was I when I started making good decisions? I guess when I was like in the late stage of my undergrad. So actually maybe like 21 onwards I'd be like, okay, you're starting to make good decisions, you're functional now. But like me as a teenager up until and then like very early 20s, bad decisions. And it would be frustrating. AI becoming a thing through LLMs and stable diffusion for me is like you're winning an argument because another party got run over by a car. I guess I kind of wanted it, but it's a little underwhelming. I guess I kind of see that, but I don't know if it's underwhelming. I mean, at the end of the day, AI is just a tool, right? AI is just a tool that we're using. It's kind of like saying that, I don't know, it's kind of like saying that computers are underwhelming. Like, we're just kind of used to them. They just kind of do the thing that we want them to do. Like, it's just a tool. And I think AI is kind of the same, right? Hi, Direct. How you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Past me. Wow, you're old. How did you get like this? Present me. Get a job, kid. Future me. Get a job and a wife, kid. What would I say to past me? I do wonder. I think I would tell myself to become a VTuber faster. It's very fun. No, for real, what would I tell myself? I think I'd tell myself to stop doing so much like extracurricular stuff. I'd be like, please actually just focus on your studies. Like, only some of these extracurricular things are actually useful. Like, don't CV pad. It's not worth it. That's what I would tell myself. Because when I was younger, like when I was in my undergrad, I was the type of person that was just doing everything all the time. Like, I was on the committees, I was in the student societies, I was doing the volunteering, I had multiple part-time jobs, and I was also doing my studies. So I think I would tell myself to chill out a little bit and like, you know, focus on actually just getting through the course. Do not leave the whale in the shop. That's true. No. So the story here is that one time me and husbando went on a trip and we went into this shop and they had a jelly cat selection. Okay. And like jelly cats are really expensive. They're really expensive, but they're really cute. Actually, I'm going to find a picture of the exact whale. But they had a whale and I loved him so much. Let me find him. Let me find him. He's so cute. I love him. He's so cute. This guy. Oh. He's adorable. Okay. Save. Save the image. Yes. Oh no, that's Enter Shikari. I swear there's context. This guy. Look at him. He's so cute. He's a whale. He's so cute. I love whales and porpoises and belugas. I love them, okay? So this whale, we found him in a shop, a jelly cat. But like jelly cats are so expensive. He was so expensive. And then I was like, husbando, we can't buy him. He's too expensive. And also we can't fit him in our hand luggage because we flew to the place. And husbando was like, but look at him. Look at his little face. You can't leave him behind. What are you doing? I was like, no, husbando, we have to leave him. I don't want to, but we have to leave him. There's no space in our hand luggage. And we left him. And then I regretted it ever since. Especially because like literally 2 weeks after they discontinued him. They discontinued him and we could not purchase him any longer. It was so sad. But then they recontinued him and I managed to find one on discount. So we bought him for cheaper. But I still feel bad. And I always tell myself it's the same whale. The one that we have now, it's the same whale. He just swam to Ireland. So he just swam over here. But husbando's always like, it's not the same one. You left him. You left him behind. And I'm like, no, it's the same one. He swam over. He swam over. So much lore. There's so much lore behind a single plushie. Yeah. I'll find you again. Exactly. You know what's up. You know what's up. It says something when the autistic one is the voice of reason. Look, I did say we can't fit him in our hand luggage after I'd like written an entire backstory for him and then written an extensive whole essay, like a verbal essay explaining in detail why exactly we need to bring him home. But then I was like, but we can't. So sad. But then we brought him home in the end, so it's all fine. It's all fine. He's at home where he belongs. Wonderful, wonderful. When you saw him, did you think of your lore together? No, it's normally me. It's normally me being like, this is the lore for the plushie, and husbando being like, okay, if you say so. But with the he swam to Ireland thing, husbando, he aggressively fights against it. He is like, he did not swim to Ireland. This is a different plushie. So I think this is the one time where he is like in on the lore, you know? Just in the wrong way. Plushie lore. Well, yeah, I mean, there's multiple of them, so they need to have a story, you know? They need to have a story. They need to have names. They need to have personalities. It just happens. I can't explain it. One of them has a degree in economics. Just because he gives banker energy, so he has a degree in economics. Pain. I can't explain why my plushie has a banker energy, but he just does, okay? If you could see him, you would understand. Economist, I know. Shameful. Oh dear. I think past me would listen to present me and grow as a person, but by God, if I just had to speculate past me, I would go mad. Yeah. Oh, spectate, sorry. Spectate past me, I would go mad. Yeah, same, to be honest. I'd be like, what are you doing? Stop spending all of your time playing the same Pokemon game on repeat. Go to school. Go to school. Wasn't he a computer person? What, the plushie? What, the plushie? No, he was an economist. He's a dolphin. Oh, Husmod is, yeah. Husmod's a computer person. I'm saying the plushie. The plushie is an economist. Because it just looks like it. The plushie gives economist energy. It looks like it's going to tell me about interest rates and stuff, you know? And I'll just be like, okay, buddy, okay, if you say so, if you say so. The brain itself is a predictive machine all the way down. It's very true. It's very true. It's very true. The thing that I find interesting is that there's so much that we don't know about the brain, and there's so much that we don't know about AI, and we don't know how they're similar and how they're different. That's the thing that's really interesting. So you didn't lose anything? Yeah, no, I got the plushie in the end, so it was all good. Sullivan is not... I would like to be clear. This is Sullivan, the whale. His name is Sullivan. I didn't come up with the name Sullivan. That's just the name that Jellycat gave him for some reason. He is not an economist. He is not a banker. He's very... Look at him. He's very cute and squishy and wholesome. I don't know what he is yet. He's not decided his career path, but he will choose one day, you know? He will choose. The one that's an economist is a dolphin, and if you know anything about dolphins, that will make complete sense. My son. Our son, thank you. He's just a little guy, you know? He's just a little guy. I'm starting to regret going to uni for nuclear engineering. It's so draining. I've heard nuclear engineering is very, very intense. I've heard it's intense. I've heard it's intense. I mean, obviously, like, you've still got a lot of time. I thought that psychology was very draining when I was doing my bachelor's for the first half of it. And then I got to the second half of it, and then I was like, I actually really enjoy this. So, yeah, you never know. See how things are going, but, you know, there's always options. Like, you're not locked into the career that you study, you know. Congratulations on your child. Thank you. We may have multiple plushie children. We may or may not have multiple plushie children. Let's see. Invest in Zoom early. That would be good advice to young Psydere, actually. That would be very good. Also, invest in NVIDIA. That would be another piece of advice to give you from 10 years ago. Oh, no. Can't believe that my country is trying to make fusion generators for more commercial things. That's so cool, though. Fusion technology is so interesting. I don't really know much about it. This is what, like, I have like a long list of things that I want to learn more about when I eventually get time to. It's just that, like, you know, up until the end of next month, I'm not going to have much time. But then I'm going to be reading about so much wacky stuff. You don't even know. I'm going to pick up all of the interesting books. What I mean by underwhelming is that entities resembling sentient generation, entities resembling sentient and sentience and generating uniquely human-like output is fascinating, but we got here by chucking a load of raw data at a computer and pretending we built God. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting how they work generally, though, right? I think, obviously for me, like, for me, the key thing that I find really interesting is how people interact with AI. And there have been some really, really cool papers coming out about that recently. And I think it might be fun at some point for me to put together like a lecture of all of the papers, because a lot of them, like, you can read on stream, but a lot of them you can't, right? So you need to summarize them. It might be fun to do a lecture on stream at some point about that. Just read it on stream. I might also do that. Some of them, I know for a fact I can with some of them, but some of them I'm not sure about the copyright. So yeah, we might have to do like a summary type of thing and then talk through it and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It depends on what you mean by the same one. If we go by a literal materialistic definition, he did not in fact swim to Ireland because he's not the same whale. However, in a way, The you-ness is not defined by our mind as a purely material property. In a way, Sullivan's selfhood transcends our limitations of our flesh. When you say, I like this character, in a way, you're referring to an entity that never existed in the material realm, but you still agree that it is the same entity. Exactly, thank you. Sullivan the whale is not is a concept. He is a social construct. He is not like the one plushie, because there are many Sullivan the whales, but like different people give different meanings to each of the Sullivans, okay? You're onto it. This husbando's literally shaking his head at me. All of the different Sullivans are socially constructed to have their own identities. There might be an average Sullivan too. That's true. That could be a prototypical Sullivan. Also, high five, welcome in. Fi is just like, huh? Child called Sullivan, huh? This is Sullivan. This is Sullivan. It's my son. It's our son. Sullivan. Naruhodo. He swam to Ireland, Fi. He swam to Ireland. Do you not understand? Sure he did. He did. He swam here. He swam here. Oh gosh. I do wonder, what is the average Sullivan? When you see Sullivan, this is like a Rorschach like ink block test. When you see Sullivan, what do you think? What like characteristics come to mind? He's a whale. He's good at swimming. Exactly. Exactly. Can't believe Psydere kidnapped a sea mammal like that. Terrible. Terrible. he opted in, you know, he agreed. When I look into those beady little eyes, I wonder what his id looked like. What lies in the gentle darkness of its primordial self? I agree. He looks like he has so many thoughts and also no thoughts whatsoever. Torpedo. Okay, everybody else is like big nose must squish. He seems like a good lad. He has quiet hobbies, peak human performance, okay? And then Fi is just like torpedo. Everyone else is like, this is pure and wholesome. And Fi is like, violence. What is the meaning of this, Fi? Explain yourself. I'm built different. It's so true. It's so true. He does look like a torpedo though. He looks like he's very soft and very gentle, but if he wants to, he could go really fast and he's not afraid to do it, you know? Also, hi Boxing, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're good. Oh my gosh. Peaceful eyes, forceful nose. I agree. He does have peaceful eyes. He's actually very sleepy. You can't really see it in this image very well. Let me make it bigger. Maybe you can see. Can you kind of see now? Yeah, he's got like sleepy eyes. Sleepy and kind of sad, but not really sad. Yeah, he's sleepy. He's eepy. Eepy boy. Sullivan. He's a good boy. He does look like a battering ram. He's breaking his way into our hearts. So true. That's exactly what happened when I saw him in the shop and couldn't take him home. But he knew that we were going to look after him, so he swam to Ireland. Osmond, please. He can barge into things gently. That's also very true. He would not torpedo, I think, unless he really, really wanted to be threatening. Okay, I'll put Sullivan away. Maybe we should add Sullivan as an object. You can. No, wait, that's me. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. This is a Sullivan stream now. Wait. Everybody. You doing? I'm Sullivan. I'm a whale. Tell us your stories, little man. Once I swam to Ireland, It was very stormy. I can't do this. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sullivan. Where am I? There I am. He has such insightful things to say. I know, right? I know. I know. You're adorable. No, Sullivan's adorable. Look at him. Sullivan's the adorable one. Look at him. This is the sorry everybody. This is the VTuber now. I give up. He can take over. There's no point. He's better at streaming. Oh gosh. What is going on? What am I doing? Whale tuber debut. So true. Oh dear. Oh wait, I missed the talk about fusion generators. Okay, right. Fusion generators are still in its infancy era. France set a record for the longest runtime at 22 minutes. I mean, that's pretty good. 22 minutes, that's very good. It also requires 700 to 800 megawatts of power, which equals 1 to 2% of the UK's total total energy usage. Good lord. Okay. Well, I mean, you got to get started basically with a lot of energy, but then once you've got it started, it creates a lot of energy. Am I correct in thinking that? Yeah. He's sad. Yeah. He's not sad. He's just sleepy. He's just sleepy. He is indeed what an ideal man looks like. I'm not gonna lie. He's a sleepy boy. He's doing his best. There's nothing virtual about that tube, but that's very true actually. I need to work out how to do like the item pin on a VTuber model because I've not done that yet. And the second that I've done it, I will pin Sullivan to me and he will never leave. He will never leave. He'll become a permanent feature of the stream. I hope Jellycat don't have a problem with this. Pin all the plushies. I should attach all of them. Maybe a redeem that throws him at you. No, he would never. He's not violent like that. He would never. The dolphin though, the dolphin would. The dolphin's the economist and he definitely would attack. If we only had a couple of new nuclear power plants built by big tech that were ripe for the taking over after the AI boom is over. I can't believe that they're making that. Well, no, I can believe that they're making that a thing, but you know, I mean, if they're producing energy, let's go, I guess? Question mark. This just in: economists attack by hurling their bodies at their targets. It's true. I too have been attacked by an economist once. Have you really been in a social science department if you've never been robbery tackled by an economist? Why can't we just make a wheel that spins forever and makes power? That's a good question. Why don't we just gather up all of the like hamsters in the wild and get them all to run on the wheel? Why do we use powered treadmills? Okay, actually, now here's a genuine question. Why do we use electricity powered treadmills when we could instead all have hamster wheels that we run on to generate electricity? Huh? Huh? Asking the big science questions here. When is Skynet happening? I mean, hopefully it isn't, but you know, isn't it super inefficient? I mean, yeah, but if we get all of the gyms to do this, then they might be able to power like a single light bulb or something. It's very inefficient and doesn't boil water, so is it even a real power source? But what if we literally have giant gyms, okay, with all of the human-sized hamster wheels, and people can do their running, they can do their training on the hamster wheel. I know that the reality of the situation is that we don't do it because health and safety. You can fall over really easily and get injured. That's the reason. I know that full well, but like, what if? What if? I watched a video where people tried that once. It took a warehouse full of cyclists to power one family home. You don't need to power the family home though. Like you can literally just have like cycle machines and running wheels and stuff that generate power for the gym, like as in for the lights in the gym. And maybe you'd be able to light a single room if you're lucky. Because a lot of gyms are warehouse sized, right? So there's a potential. There's a potential. I would do it. Yeah, exactly. That's the motivation for working out, is that the room goes dark if you stop. Oh no. Can you imagine? I think a human-sized hamster wheel would take up too much space. Surely you can set up a treadmill so that it generates electricity though, instead of like being required to have power to move. You can just replace the motor with a generator, surely. Surely. Surely you can do that. Hear me out, giant space laser. We have the technology. No, we actually don't. From what I understand, we don't. But we are starting to develop laser technology that's kind of threatening, so that's exciting. All of the gyms in the world sounds like the start of an AM monologue from I Have No Mouth. It also sounds like a Fall Out Boy song. It sounds like the title of a Fall Out Boy song. Oh no. It wouldn't be a steady output, that's true. But then in times where there's less people in the gym, maybe you need less light. You can just power less lights. And when it's a busy period and lots of people are in the gym, you can power all the lights. Imagine seeing lights brighten or dim based on an activity. It would certainly make the gym a more interesting place to be. Let's put it that way. It would be an experience. Oh no. Oh dear. If I ever win billions and build a science museum that I want to build, that's going to be one of the exhibits. Yes, that would be amazing. Testing different forms of like exercise to see which is the most efficient for generating electricity. Answer, it's none of them. It's none of them. The US is working on railguns. Yeah, my favorite manga. Let's go. We literally got a new season of the railgun anime before we got an actual functioning railgun in mass production. And it's going to keep being that way. We'll get Railgun Season 5 before we get an actual functioning railgun, I swear. Would anyone want to be the first person in when it's just pitch black? I mean, maybe we could set up batteries for the extra energy. So like the people at the beginning and at the end of the day. Well, no, it's just the people at the end of the day are fine, but yeah. The people at like the less busy times will still have some light. Maybe we could do that. We could also have like motion activated lights as well, so that the lights are only on if somebody walks in or if somebody is on one of the treadmills. I think there's potential here. We could make it work. Yeah, I know they're working on real railguns. I know. I've seen them, but like they can only fire them like once and then the whole thing disintegrates. So it's kind of useless. Feels like the flavor of the next half of the decade is hot. We're doing cyberpunk, but unironically. It's an adventure. Let's put it that way. It's an adventure. Motion activations would probably need power. Oh no. But that's what the battery's for. It all comes full circle. It all comes full circle, I swear. It all adds up. It all makes sense. Living in interesting times. Yeah. Batteries need power. No. We'll need to find a way. We'll need to find a way. We can make it work, I think. If not, then we will make it work. Whether people want it to work or not, we will make it work. Oh gosh. No. Exciting times though. There's a lot of innovation, I guess. Innovation, question mark. It's fun that way, right? Terrible. Can I have less interesting times, please? I would like things to be calm, actually. But for me personally, I've been too busy with everything to even process what's happening. Like at the weekend, I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to treat myself to like 15 minutes of like, you know, like science and technology updates. And then by the end of it, I'm like, ah, too much happening. Can't keep up. Less exciting is the science or Cold War II. Yeah, I guess. It's fine though. Hopefully things will be fine. Hi, Gallagher. I hope you're good. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. Innovation is a nice way to put we're so preoccupied with whether we should have, with whether we could, that we never considered whether we should. To be fair, I think everybody thinks that about every type of technology. Eventually it gets regulated and social norms are established and stuff. Like people said the same thing about radio. They said the same thing about airplanes. They said the same thing about like, I don't know, nuclear power. They said the same thing about television, social media. AI is the current thing, you know? AI is the current thing. I think things tend to get put into average usage and then normalized, and social norms develop and people tend to follow them. So yeah, and that's my assessment as a social psychologist. I might be wrong, you know, I might be wrong, but that's just how I have processed things happening. Yeah. Thank you for the follow box, Sam. Thank you, thank you. You're now part of the research participants pool, so I hope you're ready to take part in research. Let's see. You tracking Eureka Alert? No, what is that? I just have a look through the news. Oh, no, wait, I do know what that is actually. I'm silly. You know what? I don't use it, but I know a lot of people that do, but I should use it. Honestly, my main source of like tech and science news is like a combination of obviously like journals. I just have a quick skim through journals. Nature has a pretty good like news page now. And then also like Ars Technica. Those are the main ones that I use. Yeah. The times have always been interesting, exactly. And there's a whole bunch of research into like why we as a species have a tendency to think that the past was better than it currently is now. And like we are living right now in the most distressing and stressful times. But it is ultimately a cognitive bias, because if you ask anybody at any time, they would have always said it. So even peaceful times, people still do it. Like between the Cold War and now, you know, like in the period of time where like things were just kind of like chill and there was a decent amount of global cooperation and there was a low level of conflict, people were still saying like now is the worst time, look at the horrible recessions that we're having and stuff like that. So, you know, I just try to be aware that that's a bias that I probably have and try to adjust for it. But it's obviously quite difficult to do that because obviously there's a lot of stuff happening that is genuinely scary also. So you have to try and like balance it out in a way. Yeah. I need 2 hours per day to keep up with the times. I do it while cycling. That's smart. That's smart. I should like have a news podcast or something while I'm doing exercise. Not that I really do much exercise. I should do more exercise. When a flying whale's happening. Right now, look at him go. Zoom. Whee! He's flying. No, he's not flying. He just swims. He's a good boy. Hi, Hogan. How you doing? I just popped in to hear talk about a railgun. Yeah, we were talking about the development of the railgun and how it's like they're trying really hard, but every time they fire it, it just disintegrates the whole gun. So we're still some way to go with that. My American senses were tingling. Yes. They said the same thing about books too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not only AI. There's loads of stuff. There's like CRISPR. There's like, you know, gain of function research being done that's kind of scary. In psychology, there's like loads of research into why people believe misinformation and stuff that could conversely increase people's belief in misinformation. So you know, there's like all sorts of things. But yeah. Yeah, the Society for Atomic Scientists are holding on to that secondhand for its dear life. They really are. They really are. Yeah, it's kind of scary, but it's fine. It's probably fine. Things kind of go through a cycle of escalating and de-escalating, and I'm not convinced that like the major players in it would actually allow anything bad to happen, you know, because at the end of the day, if something bad happens to them, like to the world, it happens to them too. So it's just a lose-lose for everybody. Geopolitical analysis in 1870 looked pretty similar, and it appeared in a regular newspaper. Yeah, exactly. We always feel like the current time is the most important and also the most distressing. Yeah. Which is why, like, I hear a lot of people being like, now might be a pivotal time. It might be the most important time of ever, of all the times. We're living on a technological precipice, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, people have literally been saying that for as long as people have existed. Like, come on, it's fine. Like, we have to be aware of what's happening, obviously, but we also have to be aware that we have a tendency to over-exaggerate it a little bit, you know? You can be aware of both. I feel like the only real difference is that since World War II, actual extinction level crisis is now possible, but that's been the case for like 80 years. Exactly, right? It was the case throughout the whole Cold War. It's still happening now. It didn't change during like that brief period in like the early 2000s where things felt kind of chill. Like it was still there. It was still there. There's always been pandemics and wars and horrible things happening. Yeah, as horrible as it is to say, 'tis the cycle of humanity. As a psychologist who specializes in like why different groups hate each other and why they say horrible things about each other, I can tell you it's been happening for the whole time that humans have been a thing. So thank you for the posture shake and the hydrate. Thank you. I will drink some water. Yummy. I just drank literally the whole cup, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. As a psychomer, I've spent the last couple decades wondering how anybody could cling to such silly beliefs, especially when they're so easily debunked. Honestly, I think at some point, because it was literally my thesis, right? So I think at some point I might do an entire like presentation thing about it, because I have a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts about like misinformation and conspiracy theories and pseudoscientific beliefs and stuff. And I don't think that what I think is that far off the general literature. I think probably the only thing that puts me in like a minority in the general literature is probably the fact that I very, very strongly believe that they are a normal part of human cognition, whereas some people tend, like a big chunk of the psychology literature at least, tend to pathologize them. But yeah, I think to be fair, I think the general literature is kind of shifting in the way of what I think anyway. So, but yeah, I should do a presentation about that one day. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Not on my like actual thesis, but just on the topic. It'd be cool. Yeah. Let's see. Honestly, the worst things are happening not in tech space. But I'm not going yet. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of things happening. There's lots of bad things happening. I am aware of the things, but you know. Yeah. We don't do politics. Because that's part of my job and it's tiring. Misinformation, a normal part of Evo and biopsychology. Wait, so your thesis found out new things about misinformation, right? Kind of. It was more kind of like applying. It was more testing whether existing. I was kind of testing whether existing paradigms apply to other types of misinformation that hadn't really been studied in that way, if that makes sense. That doesn't make any sense, probably. Yeah, not the docs. I'm trying not to docs. It was looking at whether a certain paradigm fits a specific type of belief. But yeah, I can't really say much more than that. But generally, I can talk about it generally. Yeah. If you want to guest on the stream, I'd love to come in and ask you 11 bajillion questions about it. That sounds really fun. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. I love just yapping. One of my favorite things, both to like do and also to like listen to as content, like on both ends, it's just like people talking about the science stuff that they do. Like, I don't know, I just really enjoy it. It's really, really fun. Yeah. I really enjoy it. I just noticed the sigh in your hair. Very cool detail. Thank you. I do actually, like, in my design, I do actually have like neurons in lots of places too. I have neurons and I have size. Do I have size on this model? I do not know. Obviously, this is a very simplified model, but like normally, like here, there would be like a repeating psi pattern on my hand. There would be like neurons on my belt. But yeah, I don't have it on this one because of the art style, obviously. Yeah. You'll get to see those one day. Perhaps. Maybe. Who knows? You could potentially one day maybe see those. But what would I know? I'm just a silly little person. What could I possibly know? How would I ever possibly know whether you're going to eventually see those details again? Keep an eye out on the socials. Big things coming. Yeah. Could be a whale, true. It could be. It could be. It could also be a potato. It definitely is a potato, actually. That is very accurate. How mysterious, right? Neurons on the inside and the outside. One could call you a neuron Sammer. Okay, so first of all, as a reminder, we do actually have a Discord server now. If you want updates, I'm not going to be around for the next, like, well, basically the next month. My streams are going to be very, very infrequent, very, very variable. I don't have a schedule, don't know what's happening, very confused, no idea what's up. So join the Discord if you want updates. That's probably one of the best ways to get updates, or, you know, follow on socials. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be dropping hints about whatever the silhouette was. So keep an eye out there. Hi, Books Lover. Welcome in. Welcome in. Love the character. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome in. I hope you're good. How are you doing? But yeah, the Discord is there. It's open now. You can join. There are things and stuff, perhaps, maybe. Interesting things. And then what else do we have? What else do we have? Socials. Otherwise, I've got not much going on, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungry, and I'm also not gonna lie, there is some V Theorem stuff happening that's about to start. If you all don't know V Theorem, it's the group that I'm in. It's the science communication group that I'm in. I never stop talking about them because they're all brilliant. But we're actually going somewhere today. We're going to try a cross-platform raid. Thank you so much for the follow, Books Lover. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for following. Welcome in. But yeah, the plant stream. That's right. So Syzygy, Altair, these V Theorem folks seem great. They certainly do, right? They seem pretty cool. But yeah, Syzygy, Altair, aka Z, and Nepenthes, aka Nep. They are doing a stream together from soil to science. They're doing a Q&A about horticulture. So Z is a physicist and Nep is a horticulturalist. So they're going to be answering questions. So we're going to try a cross-platform raid today. So, how does this work? Raid message 1. I think this is the right one. Yes, this is just like standard like emojis, right? So this will work across platforms. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the YouTube link. We're all going to head over there. Wait for me to like wrap up though first. I'll go to my ending screen and then I will post the YouTube link, okay? Yes, to YouTube. We're gonna try it. So cross-platform sounds intriguing. Yes, we're gonna try going to YouTube, okay? So that you can all get the stream up, actually. Here is the stream link, right? When I go to my end stream, we're all gonna post the raid message, okay? That's what we're doing. Not yet though, not yet. Are you familiar with Racco? I am very familiar with Racco. Racco was here earlier. I don't know if Racco's still here, but yeah, me and Racco are mutuals. I love Racco. Racco's great. Excellent content. Very, very similar research area to me as well, which is very funny. But yeah, they're going to be so confused. It's been done before. Fi raided into me once from YouTube onto Twitch. We're going to try going the other way. We're going to go from Twitch onto YouTube. Yeah, this is what we're planning. But yeah, they're loading the stream at the minute. So, but yeah, what are we doing? So if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, !Discord if you need the link. And there will be updates. I'm not going to be around very much for the next week because of deadlines and things and stuff. Okay. But after that, I will be here a little bit more, and then I will be not here a little bit more again because I have to go do stuff like my thesis defense and things like that. That's just how it works. Also, sorry, 80pie, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks. Congrats on getting it sorted. Thank you. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to wrap up. I've got a lot of things to do. It's conference season, so I've got to do conference things as well. So there's just a lot of stuff all over the place. You post your raid message and then everyone else posts the raid message. Yeah, wait for me to post it in the chat, in their chat, and then you can all copy it and do the same thing. It should work. It's generic emojis. But yeah, so I don't know when the next stream's going to be. In all honesty, it will be at some point. Wait, no, I think I do. I think I've, yeah, I do know. It's going to be in a week. Okay. I don't know what we're doing yet, but over the next week that I'm not here, it is actually my birthday. So we're going to do a birthday stream. I don't know what we're going to do. I might try and work out the karaoke. We might just do games. We might chill. I don't know. We'll work out, but that's going to be next week. Canonical birthday. Yes, canonical birthday is the 15th of April, but I'm not here, which is sad. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Work has to work. It is what it is. But yeah, we would do science. Exactly. We might do some science. We might do some games. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I'll see you in a week. Keep in the Discord. I'll be posting in the Discord. I'll be posting just like some stuff, I guess. There might also be a YouTube video come out on my birthday. Can't 100% promise it yet, but it's a maybe. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we are raiding Psydere and Nep. We're going to go to YouTube. So there is the raid message again, and there is the link. And yeah, I'll post it in their chat and we will all head over. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's fun to yap and to hang out with you all and to chill. It's very fun. It's very, very fun. You know, they're generic emojis. They're like generic Unicode ones. So that one will work. But yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. But yeah, have you tested it in YouTube? Wait. You're right. It doesn't work in the way as intended. Okay. How can I do this? Okay, we'll just do it without the emojis, okay? Yeah, we'll just do it without the emojis. Psydere. How do we spell this? How do we spell this? Psydere. It's field work time. Psydere's. I can't spell my own name. Psydere's lab are here to research you. We will just go with that then. Test and prod, exactly. Thank you. Alex, you beat me to it. What the heck? Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Okay, go with the one that Alex posted with the capitals. It's more aggressive. I want to assert my aggression. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I will see you all. No, I do. It's next week. Please. I'm not streaming this week, but I will see you next week, next Saturday. And yeah, we will hang out then. Thank you all so much for joining me. And yeah, I will see you then. Let's go and say hello to Nep and Z now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye.